Joining us this morning is Dr. Jim Robb with the Livestock Marketing Information Center. Dr. Robb, we're certainly dealing with a much different market environment than we have been in the last couple of years. Could you elaborate on some of those changes that we've been seeing and how those relate to the beef producers in South Dakota and across the region?
Well, certainly in terms of feedstuffs, we're looking at a much different situation. For cow-calf operations, those purchased feedstuffs will be much less expensive than they have been in prior years. And then in terms of the price profile of calves, for example, we're looking at much stronger prices in the next couple of years, and even cull cow prices probably will continue to gain strength. So we're looking at an economic environment that is really flip-flop from what we've had a couple of years ago in terms of rising costs of production and calf prices really not keeping pace with that, to really an environment where we're getting a bit of both. But there are some uncertainties ahead too. In the broader meat complex, we certainly will see more competition from the pork and chicken sector. But in the cow-calf sector, really the beef price is going to be a function of the rate of growth of the U.S. economy and whether our exports stay strong. Those look like those are two strong possibilities, but there are some headwinds out there potentially. So maybe the rate of increase in fed cattle prices and calf and yearling prices will taper off here the next couple of years compared to what we've had in the last 6 to 8 months.
Beef prices might get so high that we price ourselves out of a customer base. Are those concerns well-founded, or are we well-positioned in that regard?
I think largely we're well-positioned, but the growth rate of the U.S. economy becomes a key. So as long as we're producing a very high-quality product and the economy is growing, consumers will tend to pay those higher prices. But if we have the economy slipping, or if we have some quality problems in our beef industry, then we set ourselves up for more competition from pork and chicken. So I think those really are concerns as we look from an overall industry standpoint. But beef demand, in an economic sense, has held up surprisingly well in recent years. And in fact, almost every year we talk about maybe some softening in beef demand because of pork and chicken. Really hasn't happened yet. I think we really need to look at our production practices and how we're going to set up our operation for the next several years as we maybe look at a couple good years of positive returns in cow-calf country and how we're going to manage and invest those assets as we look ahead. I think this is a really critical point in time to make the plans for the long term using the price profile that's going to emerge in the next couple years.